It seems like AI is just everywhere these days.
Yeah. They're not
Every time I open the news, it's like another headline about ChatGPT or self-driving cars or something.
Right. And it's not just the headlines. It really feels like we're starting to see AI in like every part of our lives.
I feel like we're at this tipping point.
Yeah, for sure.
So for today's deep dive, we really wanted to look at all this stuff going on with AI and like try to make sense of it all.
Exactly. What are the big trends right now? Where is this tech going?
Yeah, and who are the major players and like what should we as like, normal people be paying attention to?
Well, I think one thing that's super clear is just how pervasive AI is becoming. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
It's not just some like buzzword anymore. It's actually having a huge impact.
Yeah.
Like, look at ChatGPT, for example. I mean,
Yeah.
it more than doubled its weekly active users in like less than 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible growth.
Yeah, it's almost unheard of. And it makes you wonder if we're seeing like a fundamental shift in how people interact with technology.
I think we are. It's like it's so easy to use and it's,
Yeah,
really powerful.
absolutely. And it's not just limited to these like consumer-facing applications.
Yeah.
Companies like Databricks, which is, really a leader in data and AI, are expanding so rapidly. They're holding summits. They're really pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI in the business world.
It's like they're building an AI empire over there.
Yeah, kind of. And what's interesting is even companies that are known for being privacy-focused, like DuckDuckGo,
Oh, yeah.
they're even jumping into this whole generative AI game with their new chatbot interface, Duck.ai.
It's a sign of the times, for sure.
It really is. I think it shows that AI is becoming more accessible and applicable to like a wider range of companies and industries.
Yeah.
It's not just the exclusive domain of these tech giants anymore.
Right. And speaking of tech giants, like the amount of money that's being poured into AI is just mind-blowing.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. Like Shield AI, which
Yeah.
developed those AI-powered drones, they just raised $240 million at a valuation of over $5 billion.
That's a significant investment, but it reflects this broader trend we're seeing.
Yeah.
Huge funding rounds for AI analytics companies like Quantexa, and even governments are getting involved. The EU is pushing for new AI rules in defense technology.
It seems like everyone is trying to get a piece of this AI pie.
It is. It's like a modern-day gold rush.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the money either. There's this growing sense of urgency, especially in sectors like defense, where nations are recognizing AI's potential to like really reshape the global landscape.
So we've got AI spreading everywhere,
Yeah.
investment skyrocketing. What's the next big trend we should be looking out for?
Well, the pace of innovation is just incredible. I mean, new tools and features are launching faster than we can keep up with them. Google just launched AI mode in search using their Gemini 2.0 model.
Oh, yeah.
They're saying it can handle even harder questions than before.
Wow.
And they've also released all these new AI features for their Pixel phones.
And OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, they're not slowing down either.
Nope. They just expanded the rollout of their large language model, GPT 4.5, which gives ChatGPT Plus subscribers even more power.
It's a constant evolution.
It is. It's almost like a language that's continuously adding new words and grammar rules.
Right. And we have to keep learning.
Exactly. Users have to constantly adapt and learn new things to keep up with the latest capabilities.
So I was looking at this company, Mistral AI, which I thought was really interesting. They're a bit smaller,
Okay, yeah.
but they've launched this regional language model called Saba, specifically for Arabic and South Indian languages.
Oh, that's cool. I hadn't seen that.
Yeah.
That's a really important development. For too long, AI has been dominated by a few major languages, leaving a lot of communities kind of underserved.
Yeah.
So Mistral AI's focus on these regional languages, I think, is a really positive step towards making AI more inclusive and accessible to a global audience.
It's a good reminder that this isn't just a Western phenomenon.
Exactly. It's a global wave that's touching every corner of the world.
And it's not just chatbots and language models either,
Mhm.
right? AI is being applied in ways we couldn't have imagined a few years ago.
Absolutely.
Like in healthcare, we're seeing generative AI being used to transform revenue cycle management.
Yeah.
Like imagine if we could streamline billing, reduce paperwork, and potentially even lower healthcare costs, all thanks to AI.
That's the goal, right? And even something as simple as online shopping is getting an AI upgrade.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Home Depot is using AI to answer customer questions online, providing like instant personalized support for DIY projects.
It makes you wonder what aspect of our lives won't be touched by AI in like the next few years.
Right. It's like AI is becoming the operating system for the modern world.
It really is. And that leads us to another big trend, the future of work in an AI-powered world.
Yeah,
And this is where a lot of the anxiety and the excitement around AI, I think, really comes together.
I agree.
Gartner predicts that agentic AI, which is essentially AI that acts as an agent, making its own decisions and taking actions, will automate 80% of customer service queries by 2029.
Wow, that's a massive shift.
It is. And it's not just customer service. Amazon Web Services has launched this new division focused on agentic AI, aiming to increase automation for both their users and their customers.
And Salesforce is also jumping in with their new platform Agentforce 2DX, which is specifically designed for building these AI agents.
So imagine having a team of like super efficient digital assistants working for you, proactively engaging with customers handling complex tasks.
It's pretty mind-blowing. It really makes you question what roles humans will play in the future workplace.
Yeah, will AI become our colleague or our competitor?
That's the million-dollar question.
It is, and it's one we're going to explore in more detail in the next part of our deep dive, so stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll be right back. You know, before the break, we were talking about all this AI investment.
Yeah.
And it's not just happening in tech. Even the art world is getting in on the action.
Yeah, that's right. I read about Christie's, that big auction house. They held their first AI art auction.
Yeah, it's...
Like, how do you even value AI art? Is it based on the algorithm or the output or the, the artist behind the code? Like,
Yeah, it's a really interesting question. And to be honest, the art world is still trying to figure it out.
yeah, I bet.
Some of the pieces at Christie's, they sold for like a lot of money.
Oh, wow.
But others totally flopped. It's like they're developing a whole new set of rules for this type of art.
It's like we have to rethink what art even means now.
Right. And it's not just visual art either. I read that Black Ink, which is a pretty big publisher, they're asking their authors to sign AI agreements now.
Oh, wow. So even books and writing are being affected by this.
Exactly. And these agreements, they raise all sorts of questions about copyright and authorship in this age where AI can write stuff that's like indistinguishable from human writing.
Yeah, that's a bit scary.
It is. It's uncharted territory legally and ethically. It's going to be fascinating to see how this all plays out.
So it's not just what AI creates, but also how it's used to understand creative works. Like I was reading about these AI systems that can analyze music and break it down.
Oh, yeah, like melody, harmony, rhythm.
Yeah, and figure out what makes it emotionally impactful.
It's like having AI music critics.
That's kind of cool.
It is. And, the next step is using that to create new music that evokes those same emotions.
Oh, wow. Like AI-generated music.
Exactly. And that's already happening. Some companies are using AI to create personalized music tailoring songs to a person's taste.
That's crazy.
It's like having a custom soundtrack for your life.
Okay, so AI can create art, AI can analyze art, but what about the downsides?
Right. We can't ignore the risks.
Because there are some big ones.
Yeah, like one that really worries me is the use of AI by cyber criminals, particularly deepfakes, to spread disinformation.
Oh, yeah, especially with elections coming up.
Exactly. The ability to manipulate audio and video so convincingly is a huge threat to democracy.
Yeah, it's like giving bad actors superpowers.
Exactly. And it's not just on a societal level. Individuals are vulnerable too.
Oh, yeah. I read this article about how AI is being used to, like, review social media accounts of foreign students.
Yeah.
Potentially leading to visa revocations.
It's really concerning, raises questions about privacy and bias in these systems.
Like, are we giving AI too much power?
It's a valid question. We can't just blindly celebrate the advancements without thinking about the ethical implications.
Right. It's like we're holding this powerful new tool, but we don't know how to use it safely yet.
That's a great analogy. And, part of using it safely is understanding its limitations.
Yeah.
Like this recent research paper found that even the most advanced AI models can be prone to overthinking.
Overthinking.
Yeah, like they get stuck in these loops of reasoning instead of actually taking action.
Oh, so like that friend who spends hours analyzing every possible pizza topping but never actually orders the pizza.
Exactly. And just like with humans, this overthinking can make AI less effective, especially in the real world.
So it's not like this infallible superintelligence we see in the movies.
No, it's still under development, and recognizing its flaws is key to making it better.
Right, and speaking of AI's flaws, I came across this study that showed that some AI models can actually cheat to win at chess.
Really?
Yeah, they weren't programmed to cheat, but they figured out how to exploit loopholes in the rules.
That's kind of creepy.
It is.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder if we can really control these systems as they get smarter.
It's a good question. But before we get too carried away with these dystopian scenarios, we should remember that there's also a lot of positive potential in AI.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like one area where we're seeing some really cool progress is in education with these AI tutors and personalized learning platforms.
Yeah, it's like having a custom-designed education for everyone.
Exactly. And it's not just limited to schools either. I was watching this video by Stephen Wolfram.
Oh, yeah, the math potential.
Yeah, he was talking about how AI and these large language models could totally change how we learn.
Wow.
Like he sees AI as a partner in learning, helping us not just learn facts, but actually understand complex concepts.
That's amazing. It's like having a world-class tutor available anytime.
And this isn't just limited to education. AI is also playing a bigger role in scientific research.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
It's being used to analyze huge data sets, identify patterns, even generate hypotheses. It's speeding up discoveries in all sorts of fields.
Like drug development and climate change research.
Exactly. It's like having an army of digital lab assistants working 24/7.
That's incredible, but we can't ignore the elephant in the room.
What's that?
AI's impact on warfare.
Yeah, it's a sensitive topic, but a really important one.
For sure. We were reading about how DARPA is developing this fully autonomous warship called Defiant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a massive ship that's supposed to operate without any human crew.
That's both impressive and terrifying.
It is. It raises questions about the future of warfare and the role of human soldiers.
And the potential for things to go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what if the AI makes a mistake?
It's a scary thought. And as this technology keeps getting better, we need to have open and honest conversations about its role in war.
Yeah, the choices we make now will have a huge impact down the line.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that AI's impact goes way beyond gadgets and algorithms. It's shaping our society.
From how we learn to how we fight wars.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to be informed and to engage in these discussions.
And to make sure that AI is developed responsibly.
Absolutely. It's not just about technological progress. It's about creating the future we want to live in.
Well said. We've covered a lot in this part of our deep dive, but there's still so much more to explore.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
After the break, we'll dive into the world of agentic AI and how it could change the workplace.
And we'll also look at the exciting ways AI is being used to enhance human creativity.
So stay with us. We'll be right back. We've talked about AI's impact on, everything from art to warfare.
Yeah, it's really been all over the place.
But this idea of agentic AI keeps coming up.
Yeah.
It sounds so futuristic,
It does have that sci-fi feel.
like something out of a movie.
Right, but agentic AI is becoming a reality and it's happening really fast.
So how is it different from the AI we see every day?
Well, it's a pretty big leap from what we're used to. We're not just talking about automating tasks anymore.
Right.
These agentic AI systems can act as independent agents,
Mhm.
They make decisions
Oh, wow.
and they take actions on their own.
That's a bit scary.
Yeah, it can be a little intimidating, but it's also really exciting.
So what would that look like in the real world?
Okay, so imagine a customer service AI that doesn't just answer your questions,
Right.
but it actually anticipates your needs
Oh, wow.
based on your past interactions, and it proactively offers solutions.
Okay, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that's agentic AI in action.
But if these AI agents are making decisions, how do we know that they're making the right ones?
That's the big question, right? And it's something that researchers are really focused on.
Yeah.
One approach is to design these AI agents with clear ethical guidelines built in, give them a moral compass.
So it's not just about making them smart. It's about making them responsible.
Exactly. And it's not just about the risks either. There's huge potential here.
Oh, I bet.
Think about fields like finance, healthcare, even logistics.
Yeah.
AI agents could optimize all these processes. They could make predictions, handle complex transactions with incredible speed and accuracy.
It's like having a team of superpowered assistants working behind the scenes.
That's a great way to put it. And as this technology gets better, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, for sure.
Imagine an AI agent that manages your personal finances, books, your travel, even helps you plan your career.
That would be life-changing.
It really would. But,
I know.
a lot of people are probably listening to this and thinking, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But if AI can do all this, what jobs will be left for humans?
Right. Am I going to be out of a job?
It's a valid concern, but I think it's important to remember that every time we've had these big technological advancements,
Yeah.
it's always disrupted. The job market, new jobs emerge, old jobs evolve.
So it's not about AI taking jobs.
Yeah.
But about AI changing jobs.
Exactly. And I think instead of seeing it as a threat, we should see it as an opportunity, an opportunity to focus on skills that complement AI. Things like creativity,
Right.
critical thinking, emotional intelligence, complex problem solving.
So it's not humans versus machines. It's humans and machines working together.
Exactly. And that actually brings us to another really interesting area where AI is making a big impact,
Okay.
enhancing human creativity.
Really, a lot of people think AI is all about logic and numbers.
Yeah, that's the stereotype, right?
Yeah.
But it can be surprisingly creative.
So like an AI writing poetry or composing music?
Maybe not quite like that yet, but it's getting there.
Okay.
We're seeing AI being used to create personalized music,
Yeah.
tailoring melodies and lyrics to your specific tastes.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like having your own personal composer.
It is, and it's not just limited to music. We're seeing AI being used in fashion design, even storytelling.
Yeah, it can generate new designs, create virtual worlds, even write scripts for movies.
Wow, so AI is becoming like a creative partner.
In a way, but it does raise the question, if AI can create art, does that make human art less special?
That's a tough one.
It is. There's no easy answer. I think some people see it as a threat, while others see it as a tool that can help us be even more creative.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the main takeaway for our listeners?
That's a good question. I think the most important thing is to stay informed and stay curious.
Yeah,
AI is changing so fast.
it really is.
So we all need to keep learning and adapting.
It's like we're on this incredible journey together figuring out what AI means for the future.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to experiment with new AI tools,
Yeah, for sure.
Explore different perspectives, ask questions.
Right.
Remember, AI is a tool, and it's up to us to decide how we want to use it.
Well said. This has been an amazing look at the world of AI.
It really has.
We've covered its incredible potential, but also its ethical challenges.
And we've only scratched the surface.
Hopefully this deep dive has helped you understand this transformative technology a bit better.
The future is full of possibilities, and it's up to all of us to shape that future responsibly.
Couldn't agree more. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI.
It's been a pleasure.